Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, this is Player One of Lagos. So today I'm talking about one of the latest and the newest headsets in town. This headset just got recently released, and for me, it is dead on arrival. So let's talk about it. Vive Focus Vision. Okay. Let's see the features of this new headset. Okay. LCD panels. The resolution is good. Like a 5K resolution, 90 Hz refresh rates, up to 120 degrees of freedom. FOV, I mean, which is good. Now, this headset is a standalone headset. It comes with the XR2 chipset, which is one of the newest chipsets for standalone virtual reality headsets. And this is one of the chipsets that is in the Pico and Meta Quest 3 headsets. So it's a very new technology and it's very good. But why do I say this headset is dead on arrival? Okay, for the African market, it is completely dead on arrival. But for the Western world, I cannot say it is not still going to be a good sell. And I have my reasons for that. Okay, so let me take you back a little bit. Let's talk about the HTC company itself. Let's talk about what they do. So, in the vibrant landscape of virtual reality, HTC Vive Focus has been anticipated as, a very fresh entrance that would, a little bit reinvigorate the brand's reputation and, bring out something new about HTC. However, the shadow of HTC's past headsets has loomed large and has casted doubts on its performance and its acceptance, particularly in the African market. You see, HTC is known for doing high quality virtual reality headsets. They have the Vive Pro, they have done the Vive Cosmos, which failed. They have done quite a number of headsets, which are quite good, but they did not really do so well due to their costs and maybe their scale of production, and also due to the fact that Meta came on board. You see, so ever since Meta started producing headsets, they started making other virtual reality company and manufacturers of headsets started making their products hard to sell because Meta just made affordable headsets and made their headsets easily available to everyone in the world, except for China where they have restrictions. So, in contrast, MetaQuest headsets have captured the market's attention with their affordable pricing. That alone will make a consumer easily want to go for the most affordable and the most available headset in town. So their headset is also user friendly, Facebook, they made their headset very user friendly. And they have extensive library of games, you know, they have social experiences and they are very innovative. Let's talk about MetaQuest 2 in particular. I mean, that headset became a household name, straight up, appealing to the broad audience. I mean, you can get it anywhere in the market. You can just go to the nearest store and you can buy a Meta Quest 2 headset. That headset was so available, and I think it really captured the market at large. So we have a lot of competitions out there like the Pico, that's ByteDance. They try to come in to make their headsets affordable, and but Meta had already eaten deep into the market. They are taking a large share of the consumer. I mean, they have casual virtual reality games. They have professional and high-end enthusiast virtual reality games. So they were really there, and their success was implied by their effective marketing strategies and their focus on social interaction. So this is what really gave Meta the edge, and made made it the go-to headset when you talk about virtual reality. In fact, they have made virtual reality known in this part of the world. I mean, you cannot even get a HTC Vive headset in the African market. You cannot go to a store and say you're looking for a HTC, any HTC Vive headset. One, they're expensive, overpriced. Yeah, well, they're quality, but they're expensive. But and it's not even readily available. Because people don't even buy them in this part of the world. They rather go for the Meta Quest that is available. So in Africa, the challenges for Vive Focus Vision, this new headset that has just been announced, is already compounded. It's going to be limited in availability, and there's going to be lack of local support for the headset, just because HTC has no major presence in Africa, and I would not say their headset is consumer friendly. Because Meta headset is the most consumer friendly headsets. And yeah, they still keep releasing their headsets. Well, it's good because other markets they have very very good potential for their products. And you know, HTC, where you commonly find HTC, the HTC Vive Focus 3, for instance, is you commonly find them not in your house or not at home. You find them in commercial location-based entertainment center, virtual reality arena areas, virtual reality arcades. In the Western world, you find a lot of Vive Focus 3 or Vive related headsets in the market because their headset is actually designed for commercial use, but due to their availability and affordability to the African market, you can hardly find them here because MetaQuest has taken over that market already. And that is why the headset is already dead on arrival. Most times, when a company releases a new headset and it is not as affordable as the MetaQuest, it it usually does not even have a chance to be popular or to be a big market selling headsets. You know, and aside that, HTC, the marketing strategy is out of touch. I mean, with competitions like Meta, they don't even they, they don't even see the African market as a consumer based market. And one of the things that we are missing in the Western world is if you have a consumer based product and you're not in the African market, it is a very, very difficult sell for that product. You see, in other parts of the world, like in America, in Europe, in Asia, these are highly industrious continents where they produce technology, they manufacture technology. You know. But in the African market, we do not have any manufacturing technological company. When you talk about phones, If it's not from China, if it's not from America, if it's not from Europe, talk about gadgets, it's from, but in Africa, name one technology that Africa is manufacturing. So we are not manufacturing in Africa, but we are consuming. And if you design your product for the African market, it is usually a high selling product. That is why most of these products that do very well have very, very high consumption rates in the African markets. And that is why you see a lot of products from China, you see a lot of products from America, you see a lot of products coming into Africa because Africa is a consuming nation, not a, a manufacturing nation in terms of technology. Although in terms of raw materials, most of these raw materials that are used to produce these parts are from Africa. They are usually exported to these countries. So talking about the virtual reality market, talking about HTC Vive Vision Pro, very new, very nice. Since they have no preference for the African market, and since they are not even focused on yes, their marketing strategy is not, their preference, for the African market is not really, they just make their headset, you know. You see that as soon as the Meta Quest 3S is announced, it's going to be sold out within a couple of months. And that is one of the mistakes that HTC is making. For we virtual reality arcade owners and arcade centers, esports centers in Africa, we would like to adopt HTC Vive because their headset is of high end quality and good. But the cost of one HTC Vive Vision is two times the cost of a Meta Quest headset. And with the new release coming out soon, I believe that the consumers are going to be rushing for the Meta Quest headset, regardless. So I would have liked to speak more about the features of the headset. Give a review of the headsets, but I would not even be buying the headset because number one, it's not readily available in the market here, and it's not something that is going to be adoptable, just like all other HTC flagships. All their headsets are they are not readily available in the African markets. So that is one of those things I see because the way HTC is always struggling to have establish a connection with this market, the cost of their VR headset would not make it easy. So that headset, the Vive Vision Focus, will basically focus on very limited audience rather than the broad spectrum of users in the virtual reality technology ecosystem. So ultimately, the Vive Focus Vision's performance in the African markets is going to be a big struggle, you know. And not only that, it's even going to be, I mean, their brand is not recognized here, so I'm not seeing them getting the front seat anytime soon because in as much as they have very good innovative products, the reality is obvious. I mean, they're overshadowed by MetaQuest, and that one, they are capitalized on a more inclusive approach. They want to ensure that this headset is available to everybody. They want their product to meet consumer expectations and even exceed them in accessibility. So, the HTC would have to keep fighting until they can provide and produce a headset that is at par with Meta in terms of pricing and availability. That is when they'll stand a chance. In this part of the world, we have a lot of products like that. And once there is no focus in that in the African market, most of these products tend to, derail down the line, and they just die. You know, they just die. They just have that history of, you know, producing, releasing headsets that would not, see the market. Get. But for MetaQuest, they have dominated the market. You know, they have penetrated the African markets. It's one of the favorite headsets among customers and consumers. It's affordable. It is user friendly. I mean, they have a lot of games you can have access to, and they have a lot of focus on social virtual reality. Games that are engaging. You can even use them for business as well, and they have gathered a lot of loyal followers. So it's going to be a struggle for other brands. Even with the likes of the Pico, which is almost at par, but I don't think anybody or any manufacturer will be overshadowing MetaQuest anytime soon. Now let's move on to the struggles of these headsets in the African markets. I've already said it before that they have no interest in this market. There's a lot of, um, they just produce, and there's no, in terms of affordability and availability and support, they have no, they have no access to the African market, and that is one of the things that will really affect them. But if I look into their content, HTC, uh, there's another factor we need to look at. They don't have a lot of content for virtual reality, standalone virtual reality like MetaQuest. You know, they have experiences, but you cannot compare them. They don't have those games that are highly engaging like that of the MetaQuest. Their library is not as large as that of the MetaQuest. I'm not even going to go into their customer support because we don't have that. And there was a time that they had the opportunity to carve out a significant niche in the African VR market, but that accessibility to support. I mean, Meta, they have headquarters in Nigeria here. I mean, they have headquarters in different countries in Africa, due to their Facebook, Instagram, and all that. So they have very, very good support system, So it's not something that HTC can catch up with anytime soon. But for HTC to reclaim its position in the VR market, especially in regions like Africa, it has to focus on building a lot of trust and community engagement, you know, and this would involve not only their product availability and customer support. This would involve them crafting out market strategies that would, resonate with local consumers, and they have to, up their game in the African market. Without these changes, the Vive Focus, in fact, the HTC Vive lineup will just remain a story of a promising product that was ultimately dead on arrival. And I will say this, it's not just for only the African market. I don't see the HTC spreading or making huge sales. And number one, firstly, they're more expensive and they're not easy to come by. I think they should just focus on the consumer and you know the professional industry where you have where you can use your headsets for the professional markets like business to business and all that. But for the consumer markets, it's going to be a hard sell for the HTC Vive. So all I would just have to say is that the competitive world for virtual reality is not just about releasing brand new headsets. I mean, it's not just about innovations of new gadgets. It's about the availability, the affordability, the reach. It's about that, and I think brand must consider the realities of market dynamics, consumer needs, and effective communication. The Vive Focus Vision challenges serves as a reminder that without a holistic approach, even the most technologically advanced product can fail to connect with their intended audience. And as the virtual reality landscape continues to evolve and grow and expand, as we continue to see new things that are coming out with this so-called virtual reality, I believe that companies like HTC, they should learn from their missteps, especially if it hopes to regain the kind of relevance, that this market has as because right now the virtual reality market, as we all know, is increasingly dominated by MetaQuest and its compelling offerings. That is why, despite the new launch of the Vive Vision Pro, people will still wait for what MetaQuest has to offer before they make a choice. And the choice that most people will make is already obvious due to the affordability, the availability, and the large library of games and experiences that the MetaQuest has to offer. This is just my opinion, and it's not an opinion on everybody, it's a personal opinion. And if you like what I do, please continue to support the channel by subscribing and liking. I will continue to share more insights on the virtual reality market. I'll be sharing insights on the landscape of the esports industry, and I'll be providing updates on the newest and latest releases, and also adding my opinion with respect to the African markets. Thank you, and see you next time.